Good morning, fifth grade. Hope everyone is doing good today. Before we work on your assignment, let's start out with that prayer that we always started each class with, and I want you to say it with me. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. You are unstoppable because anything is possible with God. All right, so let's get back to our ad. Before spring break, we were on slide 3. We put a background color in. We used word art for your product name. And then we also did a slide 4. I asked you to come up with some type of slogan or an interesting fact that you found out about your product. And we just typed that on slide 4 just so we wouldn't forget it. We're going to use that today. All right, so slide 3. Now, for my product, I know when we originally started this, we were going to have a picture of your product on the slide. Um, I couldn't really find one that was working for me. So let me show you what I mean. So I Googled Dr. Pepper and I put PNG. And then I've clicked on quite a few of these and I just can't get any of them to work. So I clicked on it to get the bigger box. Now, if I copy this and if I go back to my ad and I'm going to paste, all of my pictures come in with this box around it. So it looks like it should be PNG, but this is coming off. So I've tried it with several different pictures. I tried searching on Dr. Pepper clip art, and I still get the same thing. So I'm not sure if you're going to get this or not. You do have an option. So what I could do is, once I have this picture selected, do you remember how we cropped earlier? We cropped this picture and we cropped this picture. Right here's my crop. So I could click on crop. And then we got those black frames. I can click on one of those black frames and just drag it in. So I'm going right around my product. Oops. So I'm just bringing the sides in. My top looks fine. So anything that's grayed out, it's going to crop off. So now if I click off, and then I'm going to use my corner and make it smaller. So you could do something like this. I mean, this doesn't look too bad. It's not the best, but it doesn't look too bad. So I'll give you that option. If you can find something that works for you, you can put your picture of your product on there. If you can't, don't worry about it. Then we'll just do the slogan. So on this slide, if you can find a picture of a product, great. If you can't, we'll do the slogan. Otherwise, so you can do one or the other, or you can do both. I'll leave that up to you. It depends if you can find a picture of your product. If you want to use your slogan. So my thought on that was I was going to open up my shapes. So we got shapes, you got arrows, you got call outs. I'm not sure if you got some stars and some banners and stuff in there you could use. I might go back up to shapes. For some reason, I was going to pick this heart. And I'm going to drag out a heart. And that might be just a little too big. And I might use that little dot. I might slant it a little bit. And I'm not wanting a white heart, so make sure your shape is selected. If you want to fill it with a different color, I'm going to go to my bucket and I'm going to change my heart red. Now we're going to be typing your slogan on the shape. So I might change my text color, go to that A with a line underneath it. I think I'm going to choose white. And I also think I'm going to bold it so my letters are a little thicker. So you can make sure you can read it. My size, I'm going to change to 18. Now, if you want to change your font, you can do that as well. And let's see, on slide 4, I had my slogan was best drink since 1885. Let's see here. I might move that over a little bit. So see if you can get a shape. Get your slogan in it. And again, if you just want to have the slogan, that's fine. Or if you just want to have the product, that's fine. Or if you want to have both, you can do that as well. All right. So if you have your product and or if you have your slogan in a shape, do you remember at school we had looked up your product and we had saved that website under favorites? So you probably don't have that at home. So you might want to Google your product and find your URL for your product. So I have my drpepper.com because what we're going to do is back on slide 3. You can either pick your product or you can pick your slogan. So whichever one you want, you're going to put a link to that website. So I'm going to do my slogan. So I'm going to click on my shape. Now I'm going to go to insert and I want to insert a link. And it gives me this box and here it says paste a link. So I have my Dr. Pepper URL right here on the tab. So I'm going to click on the URL to select it. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy. And I'm going to go back to my slide. Now in this box, I can right click and paste. You can control V, however you want to. I think I'm going to have to move my picture to get that out of the way. And now I can hit apply. So now I have my link associated to that shape. You could put it on your product or your shape. So what's going to happen, let's see, if I would hit, if I would hit present here, and let me get through this. Once somebody clicks on that slogan, to bring you to that website. So that's our ultimate goal, bringing you to that website. All right, let me get out of, I'm gonna hit my escape key here so I can get out of the view. All right. Next thing we're going to do, this is going to look kind of weird, until we put everything together, which will be next week. And it's okay. Like my shape is over this picture a little bit. It's fine if you had to do that as well. So the last thing on this slide we're going to put, and again, like I said, until we put this all together, this is going to look kind of weird. But we're going to open up our shapes. I'm going to go to callouts. And down at the bottom here, I would choose one of these first 3 callouts. And I'm going to choose the oval one. And I am going to just drag out a callout. You're going to drag your callout to whatever you have that link on. So if you have the link to your product on the picture of your product, put your call out so it is pointing towards that. And I don't want my call out, again, I got to get that selected back. I don't want my call out to be red. So I'm going to get to my bucket. And I'm just going to make that white. And again, I might make my font size about 18. My font size or color is black, so that should be fine. And we're just going to type on me. And then remember in your call out, you got that little yellow diamond where that point is, so you can drag that if it needs to be moved. And I keep getting this link that keeps popping up. That's driving me crazy. But you can, use that, click on that little yellow diamond so that it's pointing exactly where you want it to point. All right, so next week we will put this all together. So today, if you wanted to, if you could get it to work, you could have a picture of your product. You couldn't get your product to work, at least have a shape with your slogan in it. Or you can have both. Put a call out to whichever one you have that link to. So wherever you inserted the link, put a call out pointing to that. And again, I'm going to move this picture over here. So the last thing is the only slide we really need is slide 3. We just used slide 1 and we created slide 2, so we could end up putting it on slide 3. So we don't need those anymore. So I'm going to click on slide 1. I'm going to delete it out. Now my new slide 1, I'm going to delete it out. Our last slide was a slogan. I already have that on my slide 3. I'm going to delete it out. So I know that's kind of scary. So the only slide we really want to end up with is the slide that has everything on it. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. You can give me an email. Everybody have a good day. And then next week, we'll put this all together. All right. Bye-bye.